If you think retirement is an age, like 65 and you're done, you're wrong. It's actually a number. And once I figured this out, I realized I might actually be behind. And the crazy part is, most people never figure out what that number is. They just hope it works out. I used to be this way. If you just go by age, there's really two outcomes. You either hit 60, 65, and you retire and realize that you don't have anything, or you saved up your money, and when you retire, you realize it's not nearly enough. And that's the part nobody really talks about. So instead of just hoping that it works out, we need to actually understand the number and how to get there. So I started looking into what actually helps you get there. The first thing I found was a 401k, which is basically investing through your employer. If your company offers a 401k, then they'll match what you put in up to a certain percentage of your check. So let's say you invest 3% and your company matches 3%, then if that's $24, for example, then you now have $48 invested for your future. That's free money. Then there's a Roth IRA, which basically lets you invest your own money and not pay taxes on it when you withdraw at retirement age, which matters because we don't know what taxes will be like in the future. And instead of trying to pick winning stocks, I'm putting most of my money into index funds, basically investing in the market as a whole rather than one company. And all of this really comes down to one thing: consistently building towards that number. And this is where something called compound growth really starts to matter, because even small amounts of money over time turn into a lot more than you think. And this is where things started to click for me, because I used to think that you needed a lot of money to invest, but that's not true at all. Let me show you something. If you invest just $20 a week over 40 years at an average rate of return of 10%, that'll be about $483,000. Most people spend more than that without even thinking per week, and that's assuming that you don't increase your contributions. Even at just $2 a week, your expected return is about $48,000. That's the difference between doing nothing and just starting and letting compound growth work for you. There's this idea that your retirement number is based on how much you spend. So if your expenses are $4,000 a month, that's $48,000 a year. And the general rule is you need 25 times that, which means you need about $1.2 million. When I saw that, I realized I'm not there, not even close. But then it clicked for me. This isn't something that just happens or that you push down the road. You either start now or you pay for it later. And that's why even something like $20 a week matters, because you're not just saving money, it's actually moving you towards a real number instead of just hoping that everything works out. But if you don't do any of this and you're spending $4,000, $5,000, maybe $7,000 a month in retirement, that money disappears fast. If you save that same $20 a week over 40 years, you'd end up with around $41,000. That's it. Less money than if you would have just invested $2 a week. I'm not saying this is easy. Life is hard, trust me, I get it. Rent, food, everything, it's all expensive. But it's better to start off small than to ignore it completely, because doing nothing is what actually puts you behind. I'm still learning, and I'm in this process myself. I used to have no idea what retirement was, or where to get started, or what to look up. But once I learned these fundamentals, I knew how to start working towards my number. And that's already a huge step in the right direction. So if you're like me, you don't need to have it all figured out, you just need to get started. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you made it this far in the video, I just want to thank you. It means a lot to me. And comment down below if you learned anything or if there's something you want to add to this conversation.